Good afternoon. My name is Hugo Barbosa, and it is a pleasure to take part in this conference and to present some of our work. This presentation consists of a survey on serious games applied to the rehabilitation for elderly adults and is being developed through the Faculty of Engineering of the University of Porto in Portugal. In this video presentation, let's address an introduction and defining serious games. Next steps are on serious games in the rehabilitation process and examples. Finally, a short conclusion and future work. The proximity of the technologies with rehabilitation has been accentuated in recent times as a result of technological developments, which led to the evolution of a traditional approach based almost exclusively on a connection between therapist and patient for systems that resort to technologies that take on a supporting role to therapy. An assistive technology device can be defined as any item, piece of equipment, or product, whether it is acquired commercially, modified, or customized, that is used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of individuals with disabilities. To be successful, the needs, preferences, abilities, limitations, and even environment of the individual seeking the assistive technology must be carefully considered. Assistive technologies are sometimes complicated and expensive. Sometimes low-technology devices are the most appropriate and even preferred for their simplicity, ease of use, maintenance, and low cost. This paper focuses on serious games in the rehabilitation area. Rehabilitation, defined as a set of measures that assist individuals who experience or are likely to experience disability to achieve and maintain optimum functioning and interaction with their environments. There are several definitions for serious games, but all have in common the fact that such games have an explicit educational purpose as their priority, rather than serving just for fun and entertainment. Serious games can be used in various fields such as education, medicine, in the business environment, and by the military community. It should be noted that one cannot apply any given game for rehabilitation purposes. Typically, rehabilitation occurs for a specific period of time, but can involve single or multiple interventions delivered by an individual or a team of rehabilitation workers, and can be needed from the acute or initial phase immediately following recognition of a health condition through the post-acute and maintenance phases. Rehabilitation involves identification of a person's problems and needs, relating the problems to relevant factors of the person and the environment, defining rehabilitation goals, planning and implementing the measures, and assessing the effects. By using serious games therapy, it is possible to provide real-time visual feedback, besides offering a challenge to the patient and strategies that can increase his motivation by giving meaning to the movements being performed. Depending on the necessary equipment, these games can be used by the patient even in the comfort of his own home. But, in order to avoid a complete lack of monitoring by a health professional. Same examples: the serious games. Making physiotherapy sessions more fun is one of the factors that can contribute to patient compliance and improvement of rehabilitation outcomes. In this sense, several games have been developed to make the sessions more enjoyable. The movement and virtual environment for rehabilitation is a serious game that simulates movements related to physical therapy through challenges to perform virtual tasks with the use of the human body. The neurogame therapy was used for the rehabilitation of patients with severely compromised movements. This project did not create a new game, and existing games were used, the only difference being the question of game control. It was selected an integrated circuit with wireless. The handcopter game is a side-scroller game type for rehabilitation of the fingers movement, in which the patient must control a helicopter by flexing and relaxing his fingers. As a control, it is used a simple webcam placed at a given distance from the patient's hand. A key point in this project was the concern to design the game in order to establish a closer proximity to the patient's life experience, by portraying party balloons used in common street festivities in a landscape where nature prevails. MindMate is an application that offers fun and interactive games to stimulate the user's cognitive abilities. It aims to work memory problems in a stimulating form, personalized and interactive way to improve brain activity. In this table, it is possible to see a set of serious games for rehabilitation applied to the physical and cognitive areas, as well as the technology of interaction with the user and the type of game. For example, virtual rehab is a resource for physical rehabilitation therapy that uses interaction with the user through body movements. It's a simulation game. Today's society is turning into a digital society, with the growing influence of the technology in our daily lives. It is present in so many places, sometimes without people realizing it, that being already frequent is considered natural. We conducted a survey of the most relevant work reported in the literature. The studies mentioned represent significant progress in rehabilitation processes through the use of devices and serious games. The research topic arises from the concern to understand and adapt the use of technologies for rehabilitation for elder adults. It is necessary for this age group, increasingly, to rethink how to improve the tools and technological resources to meet their needs. Future work aims to relate the patient rehabilitation process with existing technological means and to investigate how this relationship can contribute to a more effective solution in the rehabilitation process, because there is a number of a concern, especially the motivational level of the patient, the greater communication throughout the process between health professionals and patients. These and other contributions using the new media aim to create added value and better understand the evolution of the process. Keeping healthy is another interest. We felt that offering technologies which would motivate exercising would be a big asset to the users of this group. Thanks for your attention. Any questions, please send email. Thank you for the opportunity to share my work through this video. It was not possible to be present at the conference, but I followed the works via technologies. Thanks for listening. Good conference and good afternoon.